up, everybody? Welcome to this segment of Keith's Clubhouse, the NBA All-Star Weekend edition. Now, this is a huge weekend for sports fans, not just because of the NBA All-Star Weekend, but that's going to be the main subject tonight. But there's a lot of things going on, from WWE Elimination Chamber and 2 huge boxing fights going on as well. So I wanted to put my prediction in for the boxing fights. We got Amir Khan and Kell Brook. This has been a long time coming, and it's probably long overdue, and it won't be what it was supposed to originally to be if they would have fought, at the height of their beef. But I've always been a fan of Amir Khan's speed. I think he'll always go down as one of the fastest hands in boxing ever. But the man is softer than baby shit. Even though Kell Brook has gotten his orbital bone broke a couple times, and it seems like that's always really tender, and that's always in the back of his mind. He's always been a pretty powerful boxer. I say he's gonna sleep Khan. I'll say he'll sleep Khan in 7. And then the even bigger fight this weekend is between Jaime Munguia and Ballard. I like Ballard. Ballard, he's got a lot of spunk in him, and I respect him for taking this fight and going deep into the heart of Mexico to take this fight against Munguia. But let me tell you, man, I was always very critical of Munguia, but in his last fight, I'm actually kind of surprised that he took another fight this soon. It feels like, just a few weeks ago that he had fought. But he looked really, really, really impressive in his last fight. I'm going to take Munguia in this one. I don't know. I like Ballard. Man, I don't want to say he gets knocked out. I mean, shoot, maybe he gets TKO'd. TKO in 10. I'll take Munguia TKO in 10. The Elimination Chamber, I'm not even going to throw predictions out for that. It's a great card. I want to get back to the subject at hand, the NBA All-Star Weekend. I love this weekend. I love the festivities, and everything always, every year always kicks off with the celebrity game. Not going to lie, not a big fan of the celebrities that they picked. It's going to be Team Bill Walton versus Team Dominique Wilkins. Those are the coaches. Just a few of the notable celebrities that I want to speak about. Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know why. I think he's got some height to him, but I have a feeling he's going to be trash on the court. Quavo. I think Quavo is pretty nice on the court. Anderson Varejao, the return of Anderson Varejao, it's a nice touch because the All-Star Game is emanating from the land, and that's where he spent most of his career. So good to see him back. Another returning Cavalier favorite, Boobie Gibson. It'll be nice to see Boobie Gibson, see what he could do out on there. Tiffany Haddish, yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll probably be trash out on the court. Jack Harlow, I think I heard Jack Harlow can actually hoop, so that'll be interesting. The main one I'm actually kind of excited for, Alex Toussaint. I don't think a lot of people know who Alex Toussaint is. If y'all remember back in the summer body issue, I did a review on the Peloton. Well, he's a Peloton instructor. He's actually one of my favorite, probably my top 2 favorite Peloton instructors. I'm actually coming up on my 100th ride. I'm trying to sync it up to when he has a live ride so he can be, he can do me the honors of doing my 100th ride. Hopefully it works out that way. Y'all check that out. It's going to be coming out very soon. I'm at like 98 rides, so hopefully it'll be coming out very soon. But we'll see. I think he's an athlete, man. I think he's going to go out there. Matter of fact, he's going to be my sleeper pick for Celebrity Game MVP. So then the next thing that they came out with, and this is something that's new, the Allen Iverson versus Tracy McGrady highlight battle. To be honest, this will be interesting, but when they first announced it, I was like, oh shit, I thought they were going to do a one-on-one, and that would have been more interesting than the All-Star Game itself. Even in their ages now, I would pay to see that more than the All-Star Game. So I wish it was that. And then shit, I think that there was a lot of confusion when they announced it. Initially, I think people thought they were going to play one-on-one. Then I think people thought they were going to rap battle. Shit, I'd even rather see that than the All-Star Game. I'd pay to see that than the All-Star Game. But their highlight reels, For nostalgia reasons, those are two of my all-time favorite players. I grew up watching both of them. I had both their shoes, both their jerseys. I love both their games. It's tough. I really don't know. This is a tough choice to pick to win. I mean, they got two. I mean, a lot of iconic moves. I mean, the Tracy McGrady throwing the lob to himself during the AllStar game, or AI just crossing Jordan. That was so iconic. But I think when it comes down to it, I think Tracy McGrady might have more highlights. I think AI changed the game more. But if we're comparing highlight, I think AI might take it just because I feel like people gravitate towards AI more than T-Mac. Just because AI changed the game more as far as, the dressing and he really kind of incorporated the streets and brought his own unique style and touch to the game. So I think no matter what, I feel like AI is going to win, but I actually think Tracy McGrady probably has the nicer highlights. So I'll say Allen Iverson. Now let's go to the dunk contest. Cole Anthony, Juan Toscano Anderson, Jalen Green, and Obi Toppin. I think they left a lot of high flyers off of that. I feel like they do this every year. They leave a lot of high flyers off of the dunk contest. I'm not really sure what it takes to get invited or to meet the criteria of them, wanting you to be on it or to be on it. But I feel like every year they just kind of miss the mark with high flyers. But this year, they do got some with Jalen Green and Cole Anthony. To be honest, I think that's who it's going to come down to. I think in the finals, it'll be Cole Anthony and Jalen Green. I'm taking Jalen Green, and I don't think it's even going to be close. Jalen Green's got some bounce to him. I think he's got the moves in midair. Jalen Green, slam dunk champ. The skills challenge. I don't know. I don't really like the way that they changed it. It's going to be the Antetokounmpos. Damn, I think I actually said that pretty good. And then the Cavs, since they're going to have a special Cavs team comprised of Jared Allen, Darius Garland, and Evan Mobley. And then the Rooks, Scotty Barnes, Cade Cunningham, and Josh Giddey. I'm actually really high on those three rookies. And I think they're going to surprise everybody. My bold prediction is the Antetokounmpos get eliminated first, and the Rooks actually win the whole thing. The Cavs could probably sneak in there and take it just because I think they've got the good, more balanced team. I think the Rooks are a little bit on the small side, but I do think the Rooks are the more skilled players on there, so I'll take the Rooks for the win on the skills challenge. Now, the three-point contest. Me as a shooter, I love the three-point contest. So the contestants are Desmond Bane, Luke Kennard, Zach LaVine, CJ McCollum, Patty Mills, Karl Anthony Towns, Fred VanVleet, and Trae Young. You got some guys that could really go on some heaters there. Patty Mills, Trae Young, and Fred VanVleet, those guys can really get hot. Desmond Bane, let me speak on, I'm not sure if I like Desmond Bane or not. For one, he always torches my Spurs. Not really sure. He just came out of nowhere, started making a name for himself. But he looks like in the episode of Fresh Prince when Will was going up against his rival from across town, Marcus Stokes. He looked like if Marcus Stokes was the real person and really went to the NBA. That's who he looks like. But I think he gets eliminated first round. But it's gonna be good. We got two of the most streakiest players in CJ McCollum and Zach LaVine. Those guys can get really hot. I think the best pure shooter in the whole thing is Luke Kennard. Karl Anthony Towns, I think he's just there for show. I mean, he's actually shooting at a really high percentage this year, but nah, I think there's too many shooters in this. So he's not going to take them out. He'll get out first round too. So I think Bane and Towns will be out first round. This is tough. CJ McCollum and Zach LaVine, like I said, I think they're streaky shooters. I don't think they'll make it. It'll come down to to be honest, I think Patty Mills is a streaky shooter too. It'll come down to Van Vliet and Trae Young. I'm gonna take if they've got those now. They changed it last year where they got the special Mountain Dew spot up shots that I think are worth 5 points, and really the only one that's capable of hitting those at a high percentage is Trae Young. If he could hit those, he'll win. But if he doesn't, I'm gonna take Fred Van Vliet, and I don't even really like Fred Van Vliet. Now let's go to the actual All-Star game itself. Team Durant versus Team LeBron. Durant, Joel Embiid, John Morant, Jason Tatum, and Andrew Wiggins. What? Trae Young. That's the starters for his. Giannis, Steph, DeMar, Nikola Jokic, and of course LeBron. Last year it was also Team LeBron versus Team Durant. LeBron took it. I think LeBron's going to take it again. LeBron on the bench, guys, Jimmy Butler, Luka Doncic, Darius Garland, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, and Fred Van Vliet. KD's got LaMelo Ball, Devin Booker, Rudy Gobert, Zach LaVine, Chris Middleton, DeJounte Murray. Shout out to DJ. Big fan of DeJounte Murray. He made his first All-Star game. I hope he goes and he shows out. But unfortunately, Team KD is going to take that L. I think there's just more of that higher caliber talent on Team LeBron. I think if I'm not mistaken, Jared Allen just got inserted into Team LeBron, and I think they're going to have to find a replacement for somebody on Team LeBron. But either way, it don't matter. I'm going to say Team LeBron takes it again. It's going to be a good All-Star weekend. I love this time of year. I got to mention my Spurs right now in the real quick. Again, shout out to DeJounte Murray. I wish they would have picked Lonnie Walker to be in the slam dunk contest. I'm enjoying this season. Even though my San Antonio Spurs are in a rebuild mode, I'm still enjoying it. It's a good season so far. A lot of different stories. I'll be back in a couple weeks to probably cover some of those stories, and then talk about how the playoff picture is shaping up and see. Because right now, to be honest, if I had to pick who's going to win the championship right now, it's kind of up in the air. There's some surprises. Surprise teams like the Bulls that are, I don't want to say overperforming, or overachieving, but they are just surprising the league. I really like them. They very, very balanced. I like that dude Ayo that they got. The Suns are right there with them. I'm not going to lie. I thought they were going to regress a little bit this year, but they're right there. The Warriors are back with Klay Thompson. You know, Philly, after the trade deadline, Philly got James Harden. I think they overpaid for him. You know, the Nets, let's see when they get healthy. They got a lot of talent in exchange for Harden. Now they got Ben Simmons too. To be honest, I don't think he's as good of a fit as what Harden would have been if they could all just got along. But a lot of crazy stories, so I'll be back to cover the NBA again in a couple of weeks. Drop some comments. Let me know what you think on my predictions or anything else that we went over. I'm Keith, and you just got cornered.